Take a look at the Scottish Premiership table and it's like the last 10 years have never happened. For the first time in the 2018-19, Celtic now occupy the top spot on points, with Rangers just 2 behind them in second. When Steven Gerrard took charge, few would have predicted that his new club would be able to overhaul their bitter rivals as quickly as this season. That said, as it stands, just the old firm back in September is separating them.The. Hoops won that fixture 1-0 thanks to a goal from Olivier Incham, though that scoreline flattered Rangers and Rodgers' men ought to have won by a greater margin. Nevertheless, an old firm victory always prompts wild celebrations at the final whistle, and the entire team embarked on a lap of honour round Celtic Park. Understandably, they wanted to applaud the home crowd, but, of course, it didn't go down well with the 800 or so fans in the Rangers' end, who felt the Celtic players deliberately stopped in front of them. It sparked unsavoury scenes, with the Glasgow Evening Times suggesting disabled fans were knocked over amid the agitation. The newspaper also claimed that the lap of honour could now be banned after a police memo blamed Celtic players for the ensuing trouble. A superintendent said there was a clear link between the actions of the Celtic players, which immediately inflamed an already delicate situation, and the subsequent response of the Rangers fans. At the club AGM this week, Rangers chief Stuart Robertson made the following complaints, as quoted via the Scottish Sun: "So we just can't have a repeat of that." In turn, Brendan Rodgers has defended his players and insisted they acknowledge their supporters at every game, so the old firm should be no different. "I think it's a little bit unfair on the Celtic support," he said. "I make sure that after each game, whether we win, lose or draw, we always acknowledge the supporters. Because they travel from far and wide, up and down Scotland, across from Ireland, from all over the world. And it's something that the players and myself have always done, is recognise that. So whether we have won, whether we have lost, whether we have drawn, whether it's against Rangers, whether it's against Inverness or Ross County or Livingston or Hamilton, we always do it. So it's not so much a lap of honour in that last game. But I also think it's unfair to put the responsibility of away supporters onto Celtic players. Tensions are always going to be heightened on Derby Day. While it might seem like an overreaction, it's understandable that security are going to do their best to contain what is a very delicate situation. Should the lap of honour be banned after Old Firm games? Have your say in the comments.